Hey guys, today I made a quick 0.5% on my account, and that's where I ended the day. Let's get right into the video. Today is the 5th of March, Thursday. It's the day before NFP. Today the market traded a bit choppy, seek and destroy, and it was a bit contracted price action. We still had a decent range to play with. From the high to the low of the day was approximately 450 points, almost 500 points, and that's how we ended today. Honestly, I wanted us to just retest and give a nice little buy, but we didn't end up doing that. So let me show you. Let me show you what we actually did today. So today's price action, I wanted us to just literally come down. So this is the current daily candle. I wanted us to literally just come down, retest this daily candle, and then run higher, but we ended up doing that and then running the previous daily high from the overnight session in London, and then now we ended up selling right off to the lows and then buying back to close up here. So tomorrow we have NFP. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're open and so we're pushing up, but I'm not going to even trade this right now. Going to wait and see what tomorrow brings. We might just come down again and sell off, because honestly this range is just not the easiest to trade, and it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So I'm going to show you the gains on the accounts today. Honestly, I forgot to take the screenshots on their account, so I'm going to show you. I made 0.5% on one account and I made 0.1% on the other account. So I forgot to take the screenshots, like I said. So this is the higher time frame. This is the 4-hour chart now, and see today we had a sell-off coming all the way down. So it was a bit choppy during London. Like I said, I just wanted us to retest and go higher, but we didn't do that. So we retested a bit, went higher before selling off. So this was the 4-hour time frame. Let me show you what we did on the 1-hour time frame. We ended up buying right back up. So the sell-off, I just wanted us to test. Where is it? I just wanted us to test here, retest here, and then run higher. But we traded all the way back down to this new week opening gap, or this new day opening gap from quite some time back, and it's also this other block that we had here. So I had set a limit order. I set 2 limit orders inside of this 1-hour block. Let me try to get this thing to draw on the charts. So I had set this thing to, I set 2 limit orders, and those were pretty much the trades. 2 limit orders inside of this fair value gap. I took a buy a little bit higher, and then I set a limit in the 50%. We came down into it during early New York, and then we did all of this buying up and then coming back down. So after, we ended up trading down to this discounted level here and then buying up again. So that's how we ended up trading that day. So let me show you the 15 minutes and show you what we actually did on the lower time frame. So this is the 1 hour. We traded down well, this is the 15 minute to trade it down, and this could have given us some decent buys. However, I just took my one trade and just called it a day right there. So this was when I took the trade right inside of here, and then I close out I think somewhere around here before coming back down and then going all the way up here, and the runner that I had left, it got stop break even right around here, and I just call it a day. So let's go over some of the opportunities that we actually could have capitalized on today. Alright, so looking at the trading view now, let me actually pause this a bit. So I'm going to take the screenshots for the trades that I took, and then I'm going to post them during the video. So one there, so until this thing loads up. So today, like I said, early out we came up and we just ran the previous daily highs right here. This is where we took out the previous daily highs before pulling back significantly. So there were some sells in Asia, one here, one here. Let me just move this over here, open. So this was on one account. This is the 0.5%, and this one is literally 0.1% because this is the 100k account. So those are the two trades. This was the buy that I took from overnight and the smaller amount, but I didn't want to risk a lot. I just wanted to get a position because I thought the market would have run, not remembering that tomorrow is NFP. But let's get right into the lower time frame. So on the 1 minute here, we had a little sell off here again during the 9:50 to 10:10 macro in the night, and then we had a buy up again, selling from this fair value gap by midnight, and this gave us a nice little push. So all of these gave us some nice little trades that we could have capitalize on. So rather tight stop there, and targeting the lows, you could have gotten 100 points before retracing. Tightening up further inside the macro, we got another entry right there. We'll mark that one, and then we had a buy coming up. Pretty impulsive buy to open London session before we reverse again, and this is just up and down in the overnight session. Then we had a clean buy for almost 200 points. If you got in from the lows, it would have been 200 points from the liquidity sweep. But right inside of the macro, we had a nice retest of this inversion fair value gap, and then now we had a test again of this in this fair value gap. So this fair value gap is the one that brought us higher. So this would have been a nice breakaway gap, but we ended up retesting it, and then we had this gap that just broke us out, and within 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, we moved over 180 points right there. We started to sell off again, and we sold, consolidated throughout the late part of, would have been the lunchtime of London, and then now coming down to start New York, we had a nice little sell off. So this was when I was leaving out for work, and I set the limit order somewhere inside of here, and we got tested. So this level right here is literally the top of the daily 4 hour, the daily order block, I should say. This is a daily order block. So we ended up coming up here to sweep this internal high, and then we sold off. So I took a chance and just hold this going into the 9:30 open, and I just took out the position somewhere around here, even though I could have caught 200 pips from the entry that I got, but I was in the trade from somewhere inside of here, you know. Stop was pretty decent, didn't get much drawdown. I could have added, but I wasn't sure what we would have did before the 9:30. We could have came down some more, or we could have bounced. So I just stuck with the position that I had. Then we had this inversion right inside of the 950 to 1010 macro. We inverted, come back to retest this opening price and this 1 minute order block. Then we sold. By the time we got to 11, we retraced again and sold again. Then we went back up for another test and tested this little gap that we have inside of here, and that was a nice sell for another 260 points. Then we consolidated throughout the PM session from lunchtime going all the way through to the 2 p.m. before we finally broke out for some buys, coming all the way back up for another 200 points. So another 200 points to bring us back to closing the day a little bit down. But you know, there were some good opportunities today. But that is really it for today's video. Like I said, tomorrow is NFP. Not expecting much movement in the overnight session. We might buy up, we might sell off, but I'm not going to participate. I'm just going to wait until after NFP Friday to take any trades. Maybe tomorrow after the NFP we get a quick run, or maybe it is it for the week and we can come back next week when price action and direction should be a little bit clearer. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you. Peace.